Did I say something amusing?
I mean, painting yourself as the victim in this game of yours, it's extremely amusing, yeah.
I wonder if you'll still be laughing when you're disbarred. Or did you forget your career's at stake?
I am well aware of your threat.
And I'll make good on the threat, unless you agree to represent me. So you either file an emotional distress suit on my behalf against Nikki Newman, or I'll report your breach of ethics to the review board. Which will it be?
There is no way in hell that I'm gonna help you sue Nikki Newman. So you need to do what you need to do. Call the ethics committee.
Are you
do it.
willing to toss away your successful career, one that you've obviously worked long and hard for?
I'd rather give up my career than be mixed up with the likes of you.
Well, hello. Nice to see a friendly face.
Was it all a lie?
Pardon me?
The path. My life. Did I waste years following you? Is that what this really has come down to?
Why would you even think that? What brought this about?
Just answer the question. Have you been playing me like you've been playing everybody else in this town?
All right, that should put us out of earshot. I don't think it's a good idea for them to see that we know each other.
And why is that exactly?
Well, so that Sharon and the Newmans will remain unaware of our connection.
Well, it's too late. Nick already saw us outside the motel.
So he's the one that's been filling your head with the ridiculous notion that I'm taking advantage of you.
No, not just me. Nikki and Summer, too. Or did you forget that you tried to extort millions out of them?
Can you believe all this? Honey, I've known you for almost your entire life. I took you in. I made you part of my family. You sat on my knee while I told you stories. I helped you with your homework. I watched you graduate from school. I always understood that you thought of me as a father. And I know I've always thought of you as a daughter. I still do. That's why it hurts me that you would question my motives.
It's just that Nick, he was saying all this stuff and he sounded so adamant about it and...
Well, keep in mind that there are two sides to every story, all right? And the one side that Nick is telling you isn't entirely accurate.
Here you go, Mom.
There's a glass of water. Here we go. Sweetheart, I think you should go upstairs and lie down, okay?
No, I can't rest. Not with my mind on Dylan, I can't.
I'm sure it didn't help finding out Ian Ward's been messing with your head again. Why don't you let me run this guy out of town once and for all?
Nicholas, stop talking like that. I will be fine. Not that I can say the same thing about Dylan. Oh, God, how am I even going to tell Paul about
Sweetheart,
this?
you will take care of it, okay? I'm sure you'll take care of it. You'll find a way.
Mom, I really think you should be in bed.
Nicholas is right. I insist.
All right, all right.
Come.
I can't fight both of you.
No, you can't. Come here. I promise you feel better, okay?
Sorry,
Come on, let's go.
snappy.
Here we go. Don't be snappy now.
I'm sorry.
Oh, 1 second. You see who that is? Leslie,
Hi.
please come in.
Thank you. I am so sorry to just drop by without even calling first, but this is important. And it concerns your wife.
Oh,
I thought you should be prepared.
did Avery tell you about Dylan?
Dylan? No, this is about Ian Ward.
What's he done now?
He's planning to file a lawsuit against you for emotional distress.
Ian's filing suit against Mom.
And by the way, on what grounds?
Well, he's gonna claim that Nikki intentionally misled him about Dylan's paternity.
Oh, wait a minute. I misled him?
Now, according to Ian, you tricked him into believing that Dylan was his son when you knew there was a chance that Paul could be the father.
This is utterly ridiculous. If I thought for one moment that Paul could have been the father of that baby, I would have said Ian straight so fast, I would have knocked him on his ass.
Uh-oh.
Now, unfortunately, I think it's gonna take a king's ransom to send this man on his way.
You tell him he is not going to get a dime.
He's already started, remember? Earlier at the hospital, that was his victim routine.
He's gonna know what it feels like to be a victim after I'm done with
Will
him.
you stop talking that way, please? I already have one son in the hospital.
I agree with Nicholas. Anyway, Leslie, thank you for coming by. I know that you're in a rather compromised situation because you do represent Ian Ward.
Oh, no, I already told Ian I won't be handling his case.
Oh.
Despite his threats to ruin my career, I'd rather take my chances with the ethics committee than make a deal with the devil.
Well,
That is
appreciate
so
that.
courageous of you, really, and
Very nice.
and very kind. I'll never forget it.
And I won't take up any more of your time.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Leslie. Thank you for coming by.
Of course.
Very kind of you. Night.
The last thing you need, Mom.
You know what? I don't care anything about Ian right now. I can only think about Dylan.
If it ain't one thing, it's the other. Sweetheart, let me help you upstairs, okay?
No, I'm fine. I can
Sweetheart, come on.
I can walk, darling. I'm fine. You stay here and visit
No,
with
come here.
Nicholas.
Come here.
Please. You guys just talk.
All right.
Fine.
Okay.
Just need to lie down.
Can you believe this guy? What should we do?
I think we need to ramp up our plans.
What plans? It's a good thing I came back down for my phone, or I wouldn't have heard the two of you conspiring.
We were doing no such thing.
Yes, you were. You have barely spoken the last several months. Now all of a sudden you're talking about some plan. What plan is that? What are you talking
We were simply
about?
talking about how we could help support Paul when he gets out of the hospital.
Really?
Yeah.
Support him how?
Well, you know, it's easy when somebody has gotten a transplant, you know, for his body to reject, in this case, a new liver. We just talked about calling all the transplant specialists in the country in case we need them.
And what is your part in this?
Nicholas is Dylan's brother, and as such, he can help Paul forge a nice relationship with his newly found son.
Is that true?
Yeah, Paul's been a great friend of the family over the years. And, you know, Dad and I work together on this. It makes sense.
Does that make sense to you? Are you satisfied now?
I had hoped that Nikki had integrated my teachings and had come into her own. But unfortunately, she continues to live a lie, even to the point of characterizing our relationship as sordid and ugly. And that's a rewrite of history.
And you still maintain that it was something beautiful.
We made a child together. Or so I thought. And if Paul Williams' life hadn't been on the line, I wonder if Nikki would have ever told me the truth about Dylan's paternity.
So why mislead you and everybody else?
Because that's what the Newmans do. They always look for a way to take advantage of the situation or to discredit someone. I mean, Nikki, she just made me out to be the bad guy. Just like Nick is doing with you now.
Well, do you want me to stay away from him? I will.
No. No, you're smart enough to know that his tactics now when he tries that stuff, all right? Besides, I'm glad that you have a friend in Sharon, and I wouldn't want anything to come between the two of you growing closer.